through the South Carolina Arts Commission. She currently serves as the first poet laureate for the City of Greenville. We're excited. Please join me in welcoming Glendis Redmond.
Good morning, everyone. You know we from South Carolina, and y'all can, I know it's early. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, I need to have it, a little bit coming back, and I want to thank Council Member Lillian Fleming for that wonderful introduction, and I'm so glad to be here, and I do realize that I'm competing with food and the time of day to do poetry. But before I do the poem, I just want to say that I want to thank Ms. Pollard for inviting me again to do a poem. And when she invited me, she emailed me and said, I have you down and a +1 with your mama. Now, my mama is my ride or die, but she's not here today. Because yesterday we were hanging together, and I said, Mama, you gonna go to the prayer breakfast with me? And she said, yeah, I'll go with you, I'll do anything. And I walked her to the car. We got to the car, and that strong wind, that gust that's been going around just gusted the car, and she said, Glenis. I said, yeah, you won't be there. I love to have my mama with me because she always upstages me. She's always usually in metallic silver from head to toe and just like, this whole thing. But I jest, but what I really mean is that my mama is my love. You guys understand that? My mother is 87 years old. So every minute I can be with her is not a chore. And it may not be your mama, it may be your dad or an uncle or a cousin or a friend. When I do this poem today, I want you to think about somebody you may want to call. Someone you might need to just say, I love you too. Y'all hear me? No, y'all act like y'all don't hear me. Y'all hear me? And so while I do this poem, there's a part in it. I'm going to ask Tamika and Lauren to help me, because in this poem, I'm going to do something that my mama tells me never to do. And my mama say, girl, don't sing, just do poetry. But I grew up in a Black Baptist church where you always had an elder that sang off key. And so I will be singing off key for y'all this morning. Y'all get it? It's called Call and Response, because there's nothing like an elder who sings off key to open your heart. You can't buy that at Walmart. So it is Call and Response. I'm going to ask these two women to actually carry it for me when you get to it. You'll know it when you get to it. We call it Get In Where You Fit. And they're like, what? She's just putting us on the spot. And some of y'all will know it too. But this poem that I wrote for this special occasion, Mayor, I think it's an amazing occasion. And honoring the Beck family and Joe Beck. I'm going to do the poem. It's called On the Side of Love, for the 41st annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Breakfast. If you're gonna stand, stand on the side of love. As the old folks used to say, and as James Brown sang, get on the good foot. Stand on the good foot. I stand before you today, but I will tell you that I am teetering. Teetering because I have always seen MLK Day as a bittersweet holiday, honoring a man who practiced nonviolence, who met his end violently. He knew, he prophesied, I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people, we will get to the promised land. Question, how did we as a people Those on the side of love get out of their bed the next day, April 5th, 1968. Instead of cowering or being consumed by rage in the face of hate, they took a deep breath, put a foot to floor, rose and went to work. Was it because they still heard his words, or did they remember this gospel song? I'm gonna stay on the battlefield. I'm gonna, come on y'all, until I'm gonna the battlefield. I'm gonna until I die, y'all. Here we are. Here we are, every one of us in our own lives. And we have all had that next day. The day when we've had to decide to lift up out of our cloak of sorrow and let a little sunshine in our darkest hour. I remember when my rock-solid mama faltered when Daddy died. Her husband of 47 years. I think a part of her died too. I did not think she would ever come back to us. But one day, she looked up at me and said, the corners in this house are full of cobwebs. I'm gonna clean it from top to bottom. She came back. And from your next day, I pray that you too return. Be it from a loss of a loved one, be it heartbreak, be it cancer, a cancer diagnosis, be it a chronic illness, be it the rent is due and the tank is empty and the ends are not gonna meet. But we find a reason. We never know when we're standing next to someone on their next day. Let us do our best to lead with love, even when that arc of the moral universe that King talked about being the longest seems to be getting longer, bending towards justice. If you err, I ask you, err on the side of love. Not that fair weather or wishy-washy love, but backed by action. We cannot fix all, but we all can fix something. With everybody's somethings, this leads us not to a perfect world, but one better than before. So stand firmly on the side of love. Get on your good foot and be about the business of love.